I was just doing some thinking. We all judge a book by its cover. I was trying to think, like, okay, if you know me and you know who I am and you've known me since I was a kid, then you know me. You see me, you know what I've gone through. You know, you know me, probably in ways where I don't even know myself. And if you know anything about me, you know what really matters and what doesn't. And you probably know what I've been searching for my whole life. For a lot of you, it's like, all right, what the fuck's wrong with him? What's he doing? Like, is he having a midlife breakdown? Like, and others are like, it's about fucking time, man. It's about time. Everyone who knows me will say probably, oh, let's see, I frustrate you. I mean, depends on when you've met me. I appreciate all of you. Every experience I've had, every encounter, every conversation. Because to me, that's what life's been about. Those connections, those moments, those souls coming together and growing and evolving. I've taken a piece from everyone I've ever met. I've learned something. And if you've known me, I've probably frustrated you because you've looked at me and be like, dude, what the fuck, man? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, you could be so much, do so much, and yet look at how you are. Look at how you live. Look at where you put yourself. And others are like, okay, someone needs to talk to him. This isn't him. It's like, what the fuck's going on? What's wrong with him right now? But the truth is, there's nothing wrong, actually. I mean, I'm just at a point in my life where I think I've actually kind of figured it out a bit. Or I'm figuring me out a bit more. And learning to just accept me. And realize, okay, I am the way that I am. I know what I'm capable of being and doing. So, what holds me back? Well, like I said, if you know me, you know what really matters. And for me, it's just finding that connection. That, that one. So for me, it's like, I've had experiences recently, and in the process of it all, you lose yourself in a way. Like, men, when we care, we have no fucking game. I mean, I remember when I was a cold-hearted motherfucker, and girls would always say, oh, you're so different than I thought you would be. And a lot of ladies, based off when you knew me, you either friggin' love me or you hate me. But you know me. You know I am the way that I am. You've been through it with me. And you all saw something in me. And I've probably frustrated all of you because I just was the way that I was. I'm a survivor. To me, the life we have, everything we go through, we chose this. I mean, and I think that's what I've really kind of known in a way, even when I was young. It's like the hand that I was dealt, it was to prepare me for what was ahead. And that's how I dealt with all the crap I went through when I was young. Because we didn't talk to people, we just dealt with it. And in those processes, it affects who we become. We have walls. We overshare, we overcare. We don't value ourselves sometimes the way that we should. And then other times, we don't value no one but ourselves. and we can be cold-hearted and evil as fuck. And it's funny the attention that you'll get when you're like that. It's like you're more of a challenge. And I change him. I could write a book about men and women. I had everything just down pat. You can ask a lot of guys. You can even ask a lot of ladies. My nickname used to be Casanova. But I always said that one will always come along and throw your game completely out the fucking door. Because you won't have it. You can't. Because this one matters. But the thing is, though, you can't lose yourself, man. No one can ever be more than you. They can only be a part of it. But you're always strong on your own. And for me, going through the things I've went through in my life, I didn't really believe it. I mean, I remember girls would always say to me, it's like they could see right through it. And those ones, if they're watching this, they know who they are. And I thank you for being who you were and saying all the things that you would say. Because all I've ever asked anyone to be is just truthful. If it hurts, it hurts. But you can heal. You can grow. But when people can't be truthful and they have to lie, that's when we really damage one another. And those are the scars that we carry. Those are the walls we carry. Not what we went through, but the lies. Because we lose ourselves, we doubt ourselves. The truth is the truth, man. It's easy. It is what it is. It might hurt. It might suck. But you're okay. And when we lie to one another, that's what really destroys one another. That's what destroys our trust with anyone that we encounter. And because of that, we miss out on some great things at times. Because we don't know how to say what we're going through. We don't know how to be that vulnerable without being weak. But it's actually being strong. When you can actually be that vulnerable. And for me, that's been the hardest part of my life. And most of the ladies I know would say that. I got a big heart, but I never let anyone really in. And now I'm at a point in my life where it's like I've learned to. But the thing is, the value is so high now because time is less. When you're young, you got all the time in the world. It's no big deal. But when you're on the back end of it, you start to look at life a lot different. What's the purpose? Why are we here? What's this journey for? If you know me, I don't like to read. It's just hard for me to focus and concentrate. But there's a couple that I have. Many lives, many masters, and conversation with God. And I'll go figure, huh? But the conversations I've had with all the people I've met in this world, the knowledge I've come across, to me that's just how I learned. The way I looked at life is like I used to tell people, movies are just them telling you things in a way that you can handle it. Because if they told you all at once, you would lose your shit. Well, anyone my age, we went from being out until dark and then going home to watching the creation of the internet and the whole world change. We've seen things. We've seen the transformation within technology and humanity. the time we're living through is going to go down in history. And what's going on in the world right now, well, hey, we're all paying attention, aren't we? So for me, anyone that's known me, they've all been waiting for me to write a book or do my movie. I'm a dyslexic motherfucker, and I'm a Gemini. My brain is scrambled eggs, man. Like it's 10 conversations at once. So trying to get that down on paper, I've done it. I've had that chat, go through the shit, and I've put some shit up together. So, and with that technology now, it's like basically, if I wanted to, I could just go through this to this and then let it do this part and do it chapter by chapter. And that's great, but I'm not a reader. So, what about those people who are like me? Are they going to read it? No. I haven't got the patience to do that shit. I haven't got the time. But for me, I always have said my purpose is just a one-on-one conversation. So this is just a one-on-one conversation. And whoever watches it because they were supposed to. That's pretty much how life is. It's the butterfly effect. It's the connection of our bodies, our souls, our energies. It's just, we are everything. We are life. We are the past. We are the present. We are the future. We are time. All at once. There's no back and forth. It's just layers. Compressed. We know we have parallel universes. We've been told these things since we were kids. But it was just, a fairy tale. No, it's just information. To not overwhelm us bit by bit. And lately, with what's been going on throughout the world, with our leaders, with the things in the sky. I remember when I was a kid in elementary school, and I think it was the cover of Rolling Stones, and I was talking about this time period and Bitcoin, like cryptocurrency, XRP, all the digital stuff, like where we're going. And when you look at religion and things like that, there's a lot of signs of things to come. When you look at The Simpsons, I've never been one to watch the show, but I'm sorry. See, that's our problem. It's right in front of us, but we're too scared to really see. There's no fucking way that TV show and the people responsible, I'm sorry, time travel. Yo, I remember my buddy telling me about it. He saw it on the internet. He saw an object in one spot and get transformed to another. It was on the internet for less than 2 minutes and it was taken off. The last show was stopped this year, I believe. Just saying. Kobe Bryant, Trump, digital currency, all the things that have been on that show. A lot of things have come true. And I'm saying this because you really need to wrap your brain around this, people. Because it's like, shit, man. You can try and explain it all you want, but there's no logical explanation. Like, there's no common sense. It doesn't make sense. There are too many things to ignore. So, that tells me something. Y'all remember COVID? My son noticed this. And when he said it, I was just like, remember the killer bees? That's one that stands out for me. Because, like, 1 week it was this, and then by the second week, totally forgotten about, gone, like, just. And it seemed like every month there was something, and then weeks later, like 10 days almost, nothing. My kid noticed that. And I say this because when we're young, we're more open. We're more aware, right? From spirits to all sorts of things. We know this. And as we get older, we get more closed off. So, time travel, you know, the things in the sky. Yo, we're in a scary time. So why the hell am I talking about this shit? Well, because for me, I want everyone to eat. And if you've known me, and you knew me when I went through 100 grand in 6 months, you've known me when I've had no fucking money to feed myself. If I had it, I made sure everyone had a good time. I didn't give a fuck. Money's never had value to me because to me it really isn't the hardest thing to make. It's so many different ways to do it. It's just, what's your value? What's your goal? What do you want? What do you think your worth is? For me, I put myself where I felt my own self-worth was, and that's it. Bottom line. And if my self-worth becomes more, everything around me will change. So that's what I'm about to do. While I was taking care of my mom, I had friends who went to university, degrees, they specialized, they've done well, succeeded in many different fields. But with technology and the internet, I don't have to go to school. But I do have the ability to learn different types of things. So during that downtime with her, taking care of her and doing my part-time job, I learned a few things, looked into a few things, and I started paying attention to the money people, the power people. I'm like, okay, I've always been a shy kid, good at observing, reading people, reading a room, reading what's going on in a bigger picture at times. So let me step back and look at this. So I did. So I've told people, hey, yo, there's an opportunity to change your life, financial future for you and your entire family. And if you've met me, I've told you. Am I going to say it here, right now? No, because I'm not going to pump that kind of video. I've already told you what to watch. I've already told you what to pay attention to. You can do some fucking work yourself, man. You know me. Y'all call me a lazy motherfucker. And at times, yeah, I was. Because it's not what I wanted. And I just didn't know how to say that. And be strong enough to say that. And say I'm lost. I haven't got a fucking clue what my purpose is. Or how to utilize it. Or be it. Or figure it the fuck out. Because I've been running from it my whole life. If you've known me, we've hung out. And you knew me during a time where I'd meet people and be like, oh, I can tell you about your whole like, I can read you. How many brothers and sisters you got, family situation, all that stuff. And you would watch me do it. How? Honestly, I have no fucking clue. I would just look at them and just start talking and just shit just came out my mouth, man. And I have no fucking clue where it came from. I'd read their face, little twitches, and just go with what I felt. And the accuracy was scary as shit. Like fucking frightening. And it led to a lot of drugs and a lot of alcohol. And running from that my whole life. The depression I'd go through. And at times I'm like, this isn't my shit. But Why do I carry it? Why do I feel it? Anyone who's ever met me in the last probably 10, 20 years, you've all maybe said something to me or noticed something about me. It's like coming into your light, your aura, your energy. If you knew me when I was younger, and you would watch me walk into a club or something, some of you would say I walked in like I owned the place, just the way I carried myself. And at times, yeah, I know when I was like that. And I know how cold and dead I felt inside, and how hard I was. And for me, I just got tired of that. But in a way, it's like, it's what makes a woman feel secure. It's that man shit. You know what I mean? That, it's there. It's just, there was so much rage in me through most of my life that I finally learned to let it go. But it's like, I'm at that point of going through this menopause shit, and it's just like, okay, I'm losing me. And I guess that's why I'm doing this, because it's like, if you've known me and you've cared about me and you've believed in me, I don't want you to think I didn't know or appreciate it. And I don't want to let myself down. It's not about letting you down. I've already done that. You know what I mean? It's about letting myself down. And I've been doing that because I didn't feel I was good enough. Because I didn't know who I was, or like what made me me. What the fucking thing is you all saw in me, or how to make it become something or be it. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, yeah, people say you're a life coach and this and this. It's like, okay, do it. But it's just like, do you know what the fuck it's like to carry all that shit? Like, I've already been carrying everything from everyone I've ever met. And I talked about it on my YouTube thing, and it's like, the cry I had afterwards, wow. Like, it was just like all of the pain that you guys have gone through and shared with me through our journey. I've carried everyone's that has ever opened up to me and shared what they've gone through. And finally I let it go. I just never knew how to before. And I realized that's always been the issue. I didn't know how to let it go. I carried it. It affected me. It changed me. But through all of it, I've grown. I've become who I've become. And I'm not going to run from it anymore. If I'm supposed to be everything I'm supposed to be, and I'm supposed to be whatever the fuck it is everyone's ever seen of me, then it's just a one-on-one conversation with me and whoever life this chooses to cross. Then this is for you. You were meant to see this. You're ready to see the way You're ready to see the world the way I do. You're ready to learn how to see and how to listen to your soul, to your inner voice, to find your light. Because that's supposedly my gift. I'm a healer. I help you heal. I help you know it's going to be okay. I help you see through the darkness. Because I've been there a long time. And certain people have always been a light to help me find my way out. And I love you all, and I thank you for it. But this ride is about to take on a whole new adventure. This time I'm coming out of my shell. This is who I am. And if you're ready to see the world the way that I do, then I'm going to tell you what I see, and how to see it, and how to listen, and how to understand just everything I've learned. Take it as you want, laugh at it, it don't matter to me. I know who the fuck I am. I know what my gift is, and I can't run from it. I gotta own it, because this is the way he made me. He made me to be like this, and my job is to help you see and listen and understand, and just know that you matter. The life you're living is the life you chose. So no matter what you're going through, you got this. Tomorrow will be a different day. It may be better, it may not be. But you got this. And if you come back and tune in again, I'm going to help you see and listen. But until then, have a good one.